Calyrex Shadow Rider is one of the best Pokémon ever created, with amazing stats and an absurd signature move, Astral Barrage. But what if I told you we can make him unbeatable with a surprising niche Pokémon? Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are presenting Calyrex Shadow Rider, Koraidon and Galarian Weezing, a team that won Melbourne's Regionals. It was beautifully piloted by Masayoshi Kuroo, so I give them my congratulations, and I will leave their socials in the description. As always, the team rental code is in the top right corner and their respective Pokepaste is in the description below. If you are enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe for more VGC related videos. Timestamps are also in the description below, so feel free to skip to the battles if you want. Starting with the enabler of this team, Weezing. This Pokemon, until this regulation, was fairly underused, being mostly present in gimmicky teams with Slacking and or Rechigigas. Its presence in this team makes it one of the most oppressive ever. With Neutralizing S, this Pokemon can nullify all other Pokemon's abilities. This is quite important as those abilities are what make such Pokemon, in certain cases, so daunting to fight. He serves as a huge counter to the meta-defining Pokemon like Koraidon, Kyogre, and Koraidon. But wouldn't he also weaken our team instead of enabling it? Well, like I mentioned, Calyrex is one of the best Pokemon created. So good actually that his ability as one, in this case being both a Nerve and Grim Neigh, still activate whilst Weezing is on the field. Not only that, but with his phenomenal stats, any hindrance onto opposing Pokemon give him a massive edge onto the battlefield, as it makes him able to further capitalize on his amazing and optimized stat distribution. Koraidon is here to complement our Shadow Rider. This Pokemon gets completely walled by Dark-type Pokemon like Incineroar, Chi-Yu, and Single Strike Urshifu. Koraidon, as a fighting type with a completely broken move, Collision Course, can mitigate that weakness. With ability Shield, a recent item introduced in this generation, Koraidon can too maintain his ability, Orichalcum Pulse, setting up the Sun, giving him a further offensive boost, and enabling Pokemon such as the Choice Scarf, Modest Chi-Yu, and the Aqua Jet Assault Vest, Walking Wake. To point out that this Koraidon is extremely bulky, with minimal investment in speed, so it is important to position him wisely. And finally, Incineroar. I think this Pokemon needs not any introduction. It is a heavily defense-trained Pokemon that allows this team to pivot around critical situations and enables it by rotating Intimidate, Fake Out, and Parting Shots, artificially making our team even more resilient. So, if we want to use this team, leads such as Weezing Shadow Rider or Chi-Yu Shadow Rider into slower teams can immediately turn the game into your favor. Koraidon is an important piece on this team, as it can enable important Pokemon such as Chi-Yu and Walking Wake's offenses. Walking Wake is an amazing Pokemon against weather-based teams, or those heavily reliant on special attacking damage. Lastly, be mindful of who you want to Terra, as both your offensive pieces, Koraidon and Shadow Rider, have a 4 times weakness, and sometimes even depend on the Terra to take important KOs. Be patient with this team and utilize Weezing as a means to control the pacing of the game. I honestly think that this team is a top contender in the current meta, So let's try it out on the ranked ladder. Well, this is kind of funny. We are playing Weezing against another team using Weezing. They have a Koraidon, which is kind of, you know, threatening, I would say. But they have a final Gambit, Annihilate there. So actually leading with Spectrier, not Spectrier, Shadow Rider. That's actually like a good choice. I think that Shadow Rider with the Chi-Yu like could be just a really devastating thing for them, and I quite like its safety goggles. I quite like the Koraidon walking wake here. I think that this lead just generates so much pressure. Let me check. Okay, yeah. We should be faster than the Annihilate. We should be faster than the Annihilate. They don't have like any way of protecting their team from Astral Barrage. They do have an immunity though. So, okay. Actually, just give me a second. I just wanna check what I was saying. Okay. Let me just check the speeds. I apologize for this. Annihilate with the choice scarf, and just let's check here our Chi-Yu. Our Chi-Yu is actually modest. Okay. Chi-Yu, choice scarf, modest. We are slower. We are actually slower, guys. This is an Amber Alert. I'm just going to go for the Snarl. Okay, this is nice. I'm expecting like the Koraidon to come in, something like that. Oh, it's Soluna. Okay. It's completely fine. I will still generate a lot of damage this turn. Like, a lot of damage. I could have gone for the Psychic. I was expecting like a Terra Fairy from the Eternatus. We do a lot of damage. Fantastic. They are covered cloak Soluna. We should KO the Eternatus here. Oh, we barely miss the KO. Cosmic Power. Okay. Completely fine. Completely fine. This is completely fine. So we do have Encore. So let's think. We could Encore it into the Cosmic Power, but then we can't deal with the Blood Moon or Soluna. So I am actually just going to Snarl and Psychic. We don't miss the Snarl, we don't KO the Eternatus, that Eternatus does not matter at all. We Psychic the Soluna, and we get the KO. So, as you guys can see, this is an amazing lead. The amount of pressure we just put against this person is amazing. Just an amazing lead. They do have their leftovers and recover the Cosmic Power. I don't think that matters a bunch. But yeah, let's see. And they bring the Koraidon in, finally. They got the electric terrain. The good thing here is that we are actually still completely fine. We could Psychic. The thing is... Okay, yeah. I don't think that I am going to do that. Just because... I don't think that the Eternatus can actually just deal with the amount of pressure that I'm exerting right now. Yeah, and our Chiyu just doesn't miss. This Acid Barrage won't KO, I think, but it's going to do a lot of damage. So let's see. Oh, it just KOs. Yo, Shadow Rider. Oh. That was so fast. I'm sorry. Our opponent just rage quitted. Okay. I think that this just shows the power of Shadow Rider or the Chiyu. It was, well, it was pretty easy, I would say. I don't have much to say. I just think that this lead was amazing against, especially against a stall team. So yeah, GG's to my opponent. Very good lead, and into the next game. Okay, we are fighting against the Tang team. Okay, so I actually want to check the speed onto this. Okay, it's min speed. So, what I'm thinking here is that leaving the Weezing is devastating for my opponent. It's actually like not good at all for them. Us leading Koraidon. Leading Koraidon is it good? Let's think. We set up the sun, we put a lot of pressure onto the Insane. The Insane could intimidate us, which would not be good. But I think we don't lose much. I think Lunala is going to be their first bring, so yeah. Incineroar here is good, but not the best. I think that the Walking Wake is definitely a good pick here. Yeah, the Choice Scarf. Yeah, the Choice Scarf, no. The Aqua Jet, Priority Aqua Jet, the fact that we have Assault Vest, and Hydro Steam does a lot of damage. I think we are... I think we can maneuver this game. Okay, so this was the expected lead. Okay, Oracle Compose. Now we have a lot of stuff that we can do. But our opponent also threatens us a lot. I think protecting the Weezing would not be bad, but pressuring the Lunala would be really important. Oh, we are collision course, we are not close combat. Okay. Actually just... Yeah, let's see. I went for the Flare Blitz expecting a switch onto the Lunala. Let's see if that happens or not. If it doesn't, we still get a taunt, which is really valuable, right? Electro Drift, so it's Choice Scarf. Okay, do you go for the double offense? Oh my god. Yo, apologies to my opponent. That critical hit was... Yo, yeah, sorry. Damn. Okay, so... Shadow Rider kind of just does his thing right now. He goes for the insane. Okay, that's good for you, of course. What can we do in this position? What can we do in this position? Yeah, this is okay. We can just... I think we just have to go on the offense, right? Play rough with Psychic. He didn't go for the... Okay, you are not going to KO the Weezing, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Did you just double up on the Weezing? Because if you did, that's... yeah, not good for you. Okay, and the knockoff onto the Shadow Rider. Completely fine. This is completely fine. So, who is your final Pokemon? Ursaluna. Okay. So, double protecting here is... yeah, double protecting is awesome. Yeah, because the Ursaluna is going to get burned, and it's going to diminish its power, right? Instead of boosting it, if the Ursaluna goes for protect, we kind of burn their protect, which is not bad. Protect. Does the Ursaluna attack or protect? It protects. Okay. This is what we wanted to see. Knock off onto the Shadow Rider. Okay. Which I don't think is the right decision. That's completely fine. I just want to check the sun. We have 2 turns of sun, so we can still make use of it. Our Weezing did its job phenomenally. So now I'm just going to... oh, this would be so evil. Anchor it into protect. That would be kind of evil. Anchor. Yo, protect again, mate. Oh, Blade Rough did quite a bit of damage. Okay. But why didn't you go after the Weezing? If you KO Weezing, you get your Intimidate in, and you get your Guts boost. So... okay, but that's cool. Cool for us, of course. And now we have our Walking Wake here. This is good, because I'm just going to protect the Weezing. I want to keep pressuring. I want to keep pressuring the Ursaluna. So you're going to terrestrialize the Incineroar, I presume? Yeah, Terra Bug, something like that. Yeah, Terra Bug. Okay. Protect the Weezing. You can knock off my Assault Vest. That doesn't... he got the double protect, okay? Sorry. This turn he had to protect. He had to get to protect. So, okay. You get U-turn. Damn. Okay, sunlight faded. And now we can just attack the Ursaluna. I'm just going to... I could just Will-O-Wisp the Insing just for giggles to protect ourselves. I'm just going to Hydro Steam the Ursaluna. And this should be game deciding. Let's see. Will-O-Wisping the... Oh my god. This was the only thing that we didn't want to see. The only thing. Him getting this protect is not good for us. We get the Will-O-Wisp. Getting a bit of chip damage as well as the damage reduction, that's important. You went for U-turn, you're not going to do much. You are not attacking the Weezing. Why are you not attacking the Weezing? I think that our opponent is kinda tilted, which I understand. And I apologize. I really do apologize for that. Like that critical hit onto the Lunala was... It was not a nice thing to see. We are super fast. Just wanted to see. We should KO it with either Steam. But just to make sure, he's not going to protect, he has to attack. So let's see. It doesn't KO. Good thing we went for the pull rough. Yep. Okay. So it is GG. U-turn again onto the Weezing. Yeah, I think our opponent is just pressing the A button. I think that it's a little bit tilted, which is understandable. And once again, I apologize for that. I'm just going to go for the Hydro Steam. There's no... The battle was cancelled. Once again, I apologize to my opponent for that critical hit. It was definitely game deciding. It was definitely game deciding. I apologize for that. You guys know what? I've been saying this, but without Shadow Shield... Without Shadow Shield, Lunala... Wait, let's see. Koraidon... Without Shadow Shield... Yo, Flare Blitz still doesn't KO. Like, without... Whoa! It doesn't KO. It actually doesn't KO. So that critical hit was definitely game deciding. So GG's to my opponent and on to the next game. Okay, and we are fighting against Rayquaza Zamazenta. Well, that's actually really impressive. I really enjoy that. So they have like 2 immunities to our Shadow Rider, and that's in Terra Normal Rayquaza, that's in the normal Farigiraf, and the Dark type Chien-Pao. We have to keep that in mind, of course. But I still think that leading these two could be amazing. I also like these two. I really like these guys. With the Scarf GU, you can just threaten a lot of damage with Heatwave or Flamethrower onto the Zamazenta especially. You can taunt the Zamazenta. I think that this is... Yeah, I think this is a good lead. Let's see. I think we can just put a lot of pressure onto our opponents, like, right off the bat. So let's see. go for the Volcarona Rayquaza. So this is fantastic. This is fantastic for us. They can't do anything. I'm just going to go for the Koraidon, and Heatwave is amazing. If we hit, it's amazing, of course. Yeah, I think this is the play. Why didn't airlock activate? Rayquaza doesn't have another ability, does it? Swords Dance. Oh, my bad. I was not familiar with your game. Really wasn't. Damn. I'm just going to go for the Shadow Rider. We could just Star Ghost. Double immunity to... this could be amazing, like double immunity. What do we lose? They have Zamazenta. We don't care about that. Yeah, I think we can do this. Koraidon. Go back. Like, I think that extreme speed is an obvious situation, but are they going to just Dragon Ascent? They could just go for the Dragon Ascent and Struggle Bug, and if they do that, that's not good. But I'm thinking that they want to extreme speed the Chi-Yu just to remove it. Rage Powder. Once more. Extreme speed, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Heat Wave. So this is exactly what we were talking about. Cool. So the cool thing about all of this is that we have Psychic for the Rayquaza. And our Chi-Yu is faster than... Okay. Do we land the Heat Wave? We do. Cool. So they are probably wanting to bring the Zamazenta in, right? Let's think. They bring the Zamazenta Shampoo. Okay. But we are faster though. They can just Sucker Punch. But we can just lock the Rayquaza. Like, going for extreme speed won't do anything. And locking you into Protect could be beneficial for us. But we lose our Focus Sash. And I don't want that. Oh, but they have to make a choice, like attacking the Chi-Yu or attacking the... Yeah, I think this is the play. This is absolutely the play. Psychic the Zamazenta. I knew it. I knew it! Dunkor was so obvious. Dunkor was so obvious. Sucker Punch. This is fine. This is completely fine. Critical hit, okay. This is completely fine. I don't mind losing Chi-Yu right now. It is going to be hard for us, but not often. It's like the Zamazenta for a critical hit in return. And now we bring our Koraidon. Now, they have to make a choice again. Do they Wild Guard and Sucker Punch? Or they don't, right? I think that the Psychic is always the best option. Like Psychic, we KO the Zama, and Flame Charge the Xianpao. Just to guarantee that we don't get... Yeah, Psychic, Flame Charge. Xianpao protected, that's fine. We Psychic the Zama. Zama is down for the count. Completely fine. They are going to bring the Rayquaza and hoping that they can just Terra Normal, Extreme Speed everything. I think that's what they are going for. Do I think that that's the play? I don't think so. I actually don't think so. And I only say that because they can't touch... Yeah, they can't touch my Shadow Rider. They could just Dragon Ascent, but you would have to be Choice Scarfed to do that, and you are not. So yeah, I'm just going to Flame Charge the Xianpao. Not that it is going to be just game defining. Yeah, I think that this is the play. Sorry that I took a bit to process the choices that we could have made. The Psychic should KO the Rayquaza. So Extreme Speed. Yeah, I was kind of dumb. Oh, we survived. Life Orb. This was what I was trying to say. Like, I'm not actually like afraid of this combo, right? I am not. This Koraidon is extremely bulky, so yeah. And it's GG. We have Flame Charge. We have Flame Charge here. So we are going to bring the Xianpao to its Focus Sash, and the Xianpao can only attack one Pokemon at a time. So it has to make a decision. And yeah, it just can't, because again, Astral Barrage and Flare Blitz. Could even go for the Collision Course, just so that I don't get recoil. Flame Charge gave us the speed boost. They did not go for the Sucker Punch, so yeah, it's GG. I think this game was pretty clean. Pretty clean game. Okay. Pretty clean game from us. GG's to my opponent. I think that team is really interesting. I think I've seen it somewhere. But yeah, I don't think my opponent capitalized enough with the Rayquaza. But we also didn't give him any leeway. We Terra Ghosted our Chi-Yu, which made him immune to extreme speed. So yeah, we kind of controlled the endgame in that scenario. We could have saved the Chi-Yu by switching it into the Koraidon. Okay. But I don't think that switch would be smart, just because switching the Chi-Yu would remove a lot of pressure from our side, and just pressing Heat Wave. Let's say that they attack the Shadow Rider, okay? Just doing that like would give us like a huge opening, and we could just control the game. Losing to you at that point was no longer a bad thing, if that makes sense. I think that was a nice play. Once again, GG's to my opponent, and on to the next game. Oi, oi, oi. Interesting team here. So they have Confe, Kyogre, Tinkaton, for the fast fake outs, Amazenta. Okay. Do we lose anything by just leading this? Do we lose anything by just leading this? Or even this? This is such an oppressive lead. This and Walking Wake here is actually really good. So I am going with the Shadow Rider first, because in the first turn I can taunt the Zamazenta and Psychic. We also can't get faked out. Yeah, I think this is a really good lead. Okay, let's see. The Weezing, yeah, the Weezing Shadow Rider, I think it's a good lead. I am inclined to think so, but we have to play well. So, yeah, we have to keep that in mind. Okay. Fantastic. This lead is absolutely amazing. We cannot get faked out, and we put a lot of pressure onto the opponent just right out of the gate. They could just go for the Trick Room with that Mon, and I do not want that. I think that, yeah, I think that this is a good play. Yeah, I think that this is a good play. Just overwhelming our opponent. Yeah, I think it's a good play. They cannot fake out either of our Pokemon. The taunt onto the Chandelier is really important, because I know that it learns Trick Room, and if it is like Focus Sash, Trick Room, that could be annoying. Is it Terra Normal? Terra Dark. Okay. Okay. So you went for the straight up offense. Do we KO the... Yeah, okay. So it doesn't really matter. That's critical, it doesn't matter. And you went for the Flare of Gigaton Hammer. Foul play. Oi. Oi. Okay, so the taunt was wasted. Damn, that foul play did a lot. Do they have any priority movers? I think that they have the Rillaboom, but they do not have grassy terrain, so it's fine. They have the Confe here. And I think that just play rough, right? We could taunt the Confe, but I do not think that it is necessary. I think that, yeah, I think that we just have this in the bag. Astral Barrage is still going to do a lot of damage. We pressed play rough as well. If the play rough does not miss, we are in an amazing position. Let's see if that happens. Okay. Gigaton Hammer. We survive. Play rough. We KO. Okay. I actually thought that the Tinkaton was going for the foul play again, but I can see them also targeting the Weezing because they want to bring their Kyogre in. I presume that that's the Kyogre. Yeah. And now, like, we completely ruin their game plan, right? I'm just going to go for the Protect and Astral. We have Walking Wake in the back, so I think, yeah, this endgame is secured. I mean, yeah, I think that this is it. We Protect because we want to preserve the neutralizing gas. Astral Barrage, we see that they are not Choice Scarf, so that's important. And we almost take a double KO. Draining Case onto the Protect, and now they are going to take the... Okay, did they miss? No, okay. Completely fine. The Draining Case onto the Weezing was like kind of obvious. I'm going to bring the Walking Wake now. They are just going to Draining Case. Wait, they are just going to Draining Case the Weezing, which is fine. I don't mind that. I'm just going to go on the offense. I'm just going to play rough that Pokemon and Hydro Steam the Kyogre. I think we are in a position that we cannot lose, and yeah, we most definitely cannot lose because our opponent just forfeited. Okay, so as you guys can see, like, this team is amazing. It has a lot of choices that it can make, and yeah, really amazing team. There's not much to say. I think that leading the Chandelure was an odd choice, a really odd choice. But yeah, G's my opponent. This team is extremely oppressive, and yeah, this just showed that amazingly. G's my opponent. And we've reached the end of today's video, and I would like to thank you guys for all the support that you have been giving. The previous video reached a number of views that I could never even fathom. I always thought that me creating this channel would be just more of a personal thing to force myself to play Pokemon, basically a game that I love. But now I see that not only am I producing content that I actually enjoy and playing a game that I love and that I've played for the past 18 years, I also see that a lot of people like the content and a lot of people are watching the content on a daily basis. That gives me a lot of motivation to keep going, to keep making these videos with better teams, with hopefully better strategies and better editing. I think that this video was by far my most ambitious one, just because I had to manage a lot of resources to make this video possible, and I would think that, well, this one is good. It's a special video. I was saving this team for a special video, and I think that this was the right time, especially because of the support that you guys have been giving. Like, I can't even express how grateful I am for everything. So yes, thank you for everything. If you guys enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to keep yourselves updated and to watch more VGC content. Thank you so much, and see you next week.